Hey, this is 30-06 John here, and today we're just going to be loading up some 9mm. Big ammo shortage going on. Anyone who shoots knows about it, and we're just going to load up some quick 9mm. Alright, we're going to start loading up some 9mm using a new powder, Alliant powder. Using a set of Lee 9mm dies. This is a 4-die set. You see 4 dies there. Using a electronic powder scale and our Lee press here. Using CCI primers. First thing we want to do is set up our resizing decapping die. Just have to tighten it up there, just like that. This is a carbide resizing die, so you don't have to lubricate the cases. Let me grab the correct shell holder. Alright, so we take a case here. We have our shell holder in, resizing die in. Primer comes out, falls in the little hole in the back of the press here. Primer pocket is empty now, no primer in it. We'll do a few rounds, a few cases. Alright, the next thing we have to do is start priming. We use this Lee priming tool here. How it works is you usually put a whole pile of primers in right here, but right now we're just going to stick one primer at a time. Just a primer. The like the cup that sits in as a cup. The anvil faces up. Let's slide in there. Grab the case in here. Press it. There we go. New primer. Do the rest of them. Normally I would put a bunch of primers in and put the lid on this device, but we're only doing 6 just to test out this load, so we don't have to do that. Okay, the next die is the flaring and the powder through die. I'll show everyone how to set this up. What you have to do with this die, put your case in, run it up, screw this in, and you just start seeing feel slight resistance. What we're doing is just adding a slight flare to this case. I'll give that a little bit more flare. See a slight flare. Now all you're looking for is when you seat the bullet, it doesn't want to fall in, but it just doesn't want to shave off the edges there. Okay. Next thing we get a scale calibrated. We're using Alliant Unique powder, same thing we used in the 38 special loads. Pour some into the cup, an old cup. We're using a small scoop here. Pour it in. This is 4 grains. That's our load we're using. Do that again, make sure it's accurate. That's 4.1 grains. That's pretty close for just scooping it out. So I want to use this small Lee scoop. It's a 0.5 cc powder scoop. 0.5 cc of unique powder. Gives us 4.1 grains charge. So anyhow, when we're resizing and running the case up and not resizing it but flaring it, we're also putting powder into it. So you take your cup, get 1 scoop of unique powder, scoop it in the powder here, made to fit right in there. This is powder through the flaring die. Pull it out. You can see inside there the gunpowder. Good thing about this charge is that if you double load it, the powder will actually come out over the top of the case. It's very noticeable. Next thing you want to do is grab your seating die. The seating die has sort of a rounded pointed top in there to seat the bullet. Screw that in. Grab the case of powder. Now we're not crimping on this, we're just seating the bullet. So you screw this in. Get it started. Screw this until you start. Run this die in further. So you keep doing this. Keep seating it in for the first one until you get your overall length that you're looking for. That's a good thing to have is a caliper or actually just another cartridge so you can compare the overall length. So what you want to do here is when it starts getting close, you can either take a box of factory ammo, compare the length. The two are about the same. Or you could use it. You can measure it. 1.15. A little bit shorter. Once you get your overall length correct, same as factory ammo or the same as what it says in the manual. Let's continue on. So our final step, now that we have all the bullets seated into the case with the powder, is to crimp the bullet into the case. You screw in the crimping die. Follow the instructions by Lee until it just heads to the shell holder. You back out the die. so it just touches. You can see, give it half a turn, 3/4 of a turn. It's crimped. Do all the rounds. Just make sure that the bullets stay with, they don't move in the case, like when you're loading them, or when it feeds into the chamber. Now they're all done. Yep, that's it. Also, the Lee, these are Lee dies. They have Lee instructions on how to set up each die. Also, they do have load data on the back, limited load data on the back also. We're using a 124 grain bronze nose bullet. It's a lead bullet with copper plating on it. We're using a mild load of 4.1 grains of Unique. We'll shoot them and see how they work. You videoing now?
Yeah.
Trying out these new hand loads with Unique. That was mild. That was, I think it was about 4 grains of Unique, 124 grain bullet. Seems to work pretty good though. Load up the rest of these. Seem to work pretty good. Yep. 4 grains Unique works good.